Hello, Swatantra viewers. Welcome to English News Bulletin. I am Mahima, bringing you the latest updates. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday vowed to thwart alleged attempts to rob Dalits and backward classes of reservations by the India bloc for the benefit of Muslim vote bank. The Prime Minister launched the blistering attack at a rally at Bikram in Bihar in the Patliputra Lok Sabha constituency, about 40 kilometers from Patna, where he also blamed parties like RJD and Congress for SCs, STs and OBCs being deprived of quotas in minority institutions. He also alleged that the opposition alliance was banking on the support of those who were indulging in vote jihad and referred to the Calcutta High Court order that struck down the West Bengal government's decision to include a number of Muslim groups in the list of other backward classes. Modi was canvassing for two-term BJP MP Ram Kripal Yadav and remarked sarcastically, "Many people have such a quarrel with Lord Ram that they may frown upon even the name of Ram Kripal." Referring to Maner Ka Laddu, a renowned sweetmeat named after a nearby locality, Modi said at the rally wanted these to be ready for 4th June. The Lok Sabha election results will be out on 4th June. Modi also mocked RJD chief Lalu Prasad, without mentioning him by name, saying in the age of LED bulbs, they are moving around with a lantern that lit up only their house while keeping the entire Bihar in the dark. Notably, Prasad's eldest daughter Misa Bharti is trying her luck from Patliputra for the third time in a row.
किसी भी क्षेत्र के विकास के लिए साधनों संसाधनों के साथ ही वहां के नागरिकों का सामर्थ्य भी इतना ही जरूरी है। हमारी वर्तमान और आने वाली पीढ़ियां हमसे भी ज्यादा सामर्थ्यवान बने, ये समय की मांग है, बहुत आवश्यक है। 21वीं सदी में भारत को आधुनिक बनाने वाले दूरदृष्टा नौजवान मिले, इसके लिए देश में नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति लागू की जा रही है। इसमें स्थानीय भाषा में पढ़ाई पर भी उतना ही जोर दिया जा गया है। त्रिपुरा के विद्यार्थियों को अब मिशन 100 विद्या ज्योति अभियान से भी मदद मिलने वाली है।
Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge on Saturday alleged that China has encroached on India's land and is constructing houses and roads, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi is silent. Where is the 56-inch chest? Kharge asked, taking a dig at the Prime Minister in his address at a rally in Himachal Pradesh's Rohru. The Congress leader said his party is fighting to save the people of the country and the constitution and will fill 30 lakh government vacancies if it is voted to power in the Lok Sabha elections. Kharge said that the Congress party fought against Pakistan and got independence for Bangladesh. China encroached on our land and is constructing houses and roads, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is silent. Where is the 56-inch chest? The Congress chief also hit out at the centre for allegedly not providing aid to the Himachal Pradesh government in the aftermath of the 2023 floods. Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu had sought 10,000 crore rupees aid from the centre after the floods but got only stones, Kharge claimed.
जब मोदी जी आए, आने के बाद उन्होंने इलेक्शन पहले ही उन्होंने वायदा किया था। क्या कहा था? 15-15 करोड़ रुपए डालूंगा, 15-15 लाख। उन्होंने कहा स्विस बैंक में काला धन रखा है और ये कांग्रेस वालों का है, बड़े अमीर लोगों का है, तो इसीलिए मैं वहां से काला धन लाऊंगा, हर एक के जेब में 15-15 लाख डालूंगा। क्या आपको 15 लाख मिला?
Congress leader Rahul Gandhi said on Saturday that people rejected lies, hatred and propaganda and gave priority to real issues related to their lives in the first 5 phases of the Lok Sabha elections. He urged people to come out in large numbers in the 6th phase of the elections on Saturday and vote for their rights and the future of their families. Gandhi and his mother, former Congress chief Sonia Gandhi, exercised their franchise at a polling booth in New Delhi. After casting his vote, Gandhi also posted a picture with Sonia Gandhi displaying their inked fingers. In the first 5 phases of voting, the people have rejected lies, hatred and propaganda and given priority to grassroots issues related to their life, Gandhi said in a post in Hindi on X. Today is the 6th phase of voting and every vote will ensure beginning of recruitment for 30 lakh vacant government posts and first job guarantee scheme of 1 lakh rupees per year for the youth. 8,500 rupees per month starts coming into the accounts of women from poor families. Farmers are debt-free and they get the right minimum support price on their crops. Laborers get a daily wage of 400 rupees, he said. Gandhi said he and his mother contributed to this great festival of democracy by voting. As many as 27 youngsters from Vishakhapatnam and its vicinity who were trafficked to Cambodia reached here on Friday, said a top police official. Vishakhapatnam Joint Commissioner of Police Fakirappa Kaginelli said a batch of 10 returnees arrived at the port city's airport at 5:30 p.m. and another batch of 15 was set to reach here later in the day. According to the police, things started moving in a positive direction after the city police broke the news of human trafficking on 18th May. The police arrested 3 persons on human trafficking charges for luring over 150 youth from the city and its vicinity promising jobs in the Southeast Asian country. But in reality, they were trafficked to be sold over to Chinese operators in Cambodia where they were tortured and confined to work in dark rooms to carry out cybercrime and Ponzi schemes. Kaginelli noted that the trafficked youth revolted against their handlers in Cambodia and this led to arrest of over 300 Indians by the local authorities there. 9 more families contacted the city police to repatriate their children, he said, and added that nearly 100 more trapped persons have to be contacted, identified and repatriated to Vishakhapatnam.
Cambodia ki tarlinchadam ee vidhanga dadapu 150 fellows 150 persons from Andhra Pradesh have been trafficked to Cambodia అండి Cambodiaలో తీసుకువెళ్ళేసి వీళ్ళ ద్వారా అక్కడ మన వేరియస్ ఆన్లైన్ స్కామ్స్ ఏదైతే ఉందో అదంతా కూడా బలవంతంగా వీళ్ళని ఒక రూమ్లో కూర్చోపెట్టేసి వాళ్ళకి భోజనాలు ఇవ్వకుండా ఈ విధంగా వాళ్ళ మీద ఒత్తిడి తీసుకొచ్చేసి వాళ్ళ ద్వారా ఇండియాలో స్కామ్స్ నడిపించటం ఇండియాలో ఆన్లైన్ స్కామ్స్ డిఫరెంట్ స్కామ్స్ ఏదైతే ఉందో లైక్ జాబ్ స్కామ్ ఆన్లైన్ ఫెడెక్స్.
The Andhra Pradesh police arrested 4 men on Friday for filming the alleged rape of a girl by a juvenile and circulating the video, police said on Friday. The incident allegedly took place on 15th May but came to light recently, leading to the arrest of the 22-year-old Bal Balasubramaniam, the 28-year-old Gantashala Chandrasekhar, the 19-year-old Peddireddy Dharmateja and the 20-year-old Jaimangala Hari Krishna. The boy was sent to a juvenile home while the arrested men were remanded. According to police, the minor victim and the juvenile were acquainted and the former had gone to the government school in Chintapadu village in Ilurus district Mandavalli Mandal to take books. Seeing the class 7 student alone, the boy, a class 10 student, led her into the school and allegedly raped her, police said, adding that the arrested men, who were known to the boy, captured the act on camera and shared the video clip with many people. The girl's parents got a police case lodged, leading to the arrests of the 4 men. They have also been booked under the relevant provisions of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act and Information Technology Act, police said. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Saturday chastised former Pakistan Minister Chaudhry Fawad Hussain after he called for the defeat of forces of hate and extremism in the Lok Sabha elections, saying the polls are India's internal matter and it will not tolerate interference by the biggest sponsors of terrorism. In the 6th of the 7-phase elections, 58 parliamentary constituencies, including 7 in Delhi, went to polls on Saturday. After casting his vote, Kejriwal, who is the AAP's national convener, shared a picture on X of his family members showing fingers marked in ink and said he voted against dictatorship, inflation and unemployment. Sharing Kejriwal's post on X with the hashtags MorePower and India Election 2024, Hussain said, may peace and harmony defeat forces of hate and extremism. Minutes after Hussein's post, Kejriwal hit back at him, saying his post was unnecessary. In another post, the Chief Minister said the elections are India's internal matter and the country will not tolerate interference by the biggest sponsors of terrorism. Hitting out at Kejriwal, the BJP alleged that Pakistan has also jumped in support of the AAP leader's politics of corruption. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had also slammed Gandhi and the Congress, saying Pakistan is desperate to make Gandhi the next Prime Minister.
कल प्रधानमंत्री जी से एक इंटरव्यू में ये सवाल पूछा गया कि जी केजरीवाल कह रहा है कि इस पूरे तथाकथित शराब घोटाले में कोई सबूत नहीं मिला, कोई पैसा नहीं मिला। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो कहा वो आप सब लोगों को चौंका देगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि सबूत इसलिए नहीं मिला, रिकवरी इसलिए नहीं हुई, कोई भी पैसा इसलिए नहीं मिला क्योंकि केजरीवाल अनुभवी चोर है। तो पूरे देश के सामने कल प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कबूल किया कि शराब घोटाले में उनके पास कोई सबूत नहीं।
An Indian origin truck driver in Canada, who caused the horrific bus crash involving the Humboldt Broncos junior hockey team that killed 16 people, will be deported to India, Canadian media reported on Friday. Jaskirat Singh Sidhu arrived in Canada in 2014. On 6 April in 2018, he barreled through a stop sign and into the path of the Humboldt Broncos junior hockey team's bus at a rural intersection near Thisdale in Saskatchewan province. Many of the 16 killed were members of the hockey team, while 13 others were injured. According to a report by CBC, the decision to deport Sidhu back to India was announced by the Immigration and Refugee Board. Reacting to the Immigration Board's decision, Sidhu's lawyer Michael Green said that the decision was a foregone conclusion, as all that was required to deport Sidhu was proof he was not a Canadian citizen and he had committed a serious crime, it is reported. Sidhu, who lives in Calgary, had earlier pleaded guilty to dangerous driving offences and was sentenced to 8 years in prison. He was granted full parole in 2023. Using Google Maps to navigate resulted in a tourist group from Hyderabad driving into a stream swollen with water near Kuruppanthara in this South Kerala district, police said on Saturday. The incident occurred late Friday night when the four-member group, including a woman, were going towards Alappuzha. The road they were travelling on was covered by water overflowing from the stream due to heavy rains, and since the tourists were unfamiliar with the area, they drove right into the water body while navigating using Google Maps, police said. All four managed to escape unharmed due to the efforts of a nearby police patrolling unit and local residents, but their vehicle was completely submerged under the water, an officer of Kaduthuruthi police station said. The vehicle, a Ford Endeavour, was later pulled out of the stream using a crane. Thereafter, the man who was driving the vehicle told reporters that he and his friends were going to Alappuzha from Munnar and they took the route shown by Google Maps. Meanwhile, residents of the area said such accidents happen there during the rainy season when the road gets submerged. This is not the first such Google Map-related accident reported in Kerala. A 30-year-old IT professional from Shadnagar town in Telangana, who went missing in New South Wales in Australia, was found dead, according to his family members. Arvind's body was recovered from the sea in Sydney and family members were informed about his death by the authorities in Australia on Friday, his relatives said on Saturday. The cause of his death was not clear and that they were informed that an investigation was in progress, he added. Arvind's family members and relatives requested the central government to help them in bringing back his mortal remains to Hyderabad from New South Wales at the earliest. The couple were planning to come to India and had also booked tickets while Arvind's mother, who had been with him in Australia, had recently come back to India, his relative said. On 19th May, Arvind had told his wife that he was taking their car to the garage, but went missing after that. Though his wife called him, she did not get any response, after which they lodged a missing person complaint with New South Wales Police on 20th May, Krishna said, adding subsequently, Arvind's body was found near a beach in Sydney and a DNA test confirmed it was of Arvind's. Arvind, a native of Shadnagar, was the only son of a local BJP leader, late Aarti Krishna Yadav, and his mother is in shock and grief. Police have booked a priest of a temple for allegedly putting up a camera over a roofless woman's bathroom here, police said on Saturday. According to police, the said temple is located adjacent to the Muradnagar Ganga Canal. People usually offer prayers after taking a dip in the canal. The matter came to light when a woman who went to the temple with her daughter on 21st May noticed a CCTV camera pointed at the roofless bathroom, police said. The display of the CCTV was linked with the mobile phone of the Mahant on which he would watch the ladies, DCP said. The woman immediately contacted Mahant Goswami and asked about the CCTV camera, on which he got angry and hurled abuses. He threatened her to face the dire consequences if she told anyone about the camera, the police said. Police have registered a case against the Mahant under various sections. The Central Crime Branch sleuths, probing the rave party hosted at a farmhouse here, have apprehended one more person, taking the total arrests so far to 6. The sixth accused, hailing from Hyderabad, was among the organizers of the event, police sources said on Saturday. The CCB raided the Dusk to Dawn party on 19th May, which 103 people had attended, including a Telugu film actress. The blood samples collected from those who attended the rave party at a farmhouse have tested positive for narcotics. MDMA ecstasy pills, MDMA crystals, hydrocannabis, cocaine, high-end cars, DJ equipment, including sound and lighting worth 1.5 crore rupees were seized by the police. The blood samples collected from those who attended the rave party at a farmhouse here recently have revealed that 86 people, including a Telugu film actress, tested positive for narcotics, police sources said on Thursday. According to sources, a total of 103 people had participated in the party, which was organized under the pretext of a birthday party. The participants included 73 men and 30 women. Police seized MDMA ecstasy pills, MDMA crystals, hydrocannabis, cocaine, high-end cars, DJ equipment, including sound and lighting worth 1.5 crore rupees during the raid at the farmhouse near Electronic City in the wee hours of 19th May. Thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off for the day. Keep watching Swatantra TV.